Okay, accessible, ensure that you control access. Okay, it's a little bit different from the open innovation area, for example, that the EU is driving, or make sure you deposit all of your information in an open access depository. You still need to control access. So even if it's an open access depository, you need to control who gets in, because you don't want people getting into it and changing it. Yeah, so the security of the systems, maybe the use of electronic signatures for chains and things like that. You need to make it access. You need to ensure that you know who's going into the system, and especially in business, are they allowed to see it? Is this data of a certain category that you do not want them to see it? So do you want them to know it's there, but not allow them to see it? Yeah, so you need to sort of look and have a good policy behind all this. So the tools of the systems that you deploy must have all of these systems in place. Think about the change of custody is a nice way of thinking about it. The data's there, it's available to be used, but you know that it's safe and secure. There's a chain of custody is safe. It needs to be presented to someone, prove the fact that from its source up to when it's handed over, that there is a solid chain of custody, no one has tampered it, and be able to prove it. Okay, and again, it comes back to this problem with password protected documents. At the immediate operational level, it sounds like a good idea. Encryption, password protected, but for the longevity perspective of it, it's really, really bad. Yeah, so you may be using them on your own PC, on your own memory sticks and things like that. But when you start to think about the longevity of your data, data integrity, information integrity, you need to have systems that aren't going to be hampered by people putting in individual passwords on everything. Yeah, because you will lose them. You will definitely lose them. Okay. So access requires a granular denial of access. So you need to be able to make sure that very specific people can or cannot get into the information. And this may very well be role-based. So it's probably the best way of doing it. You assign a particular user ID, a particular role, and then you need to make sure that your systems correctly identify the person with the user ID. So how are you going to do that? Yeah, fingerprinting, eyeballs, entirely up to you. But you need to make, especially in an online world that we're in at the moment, with so many people working from home, how do you know it's the right person sitting behind the screen, especially if they put their camera off? So as we keep on going along this level, different levels of access, maybe you want them to see an abstract of the data, just to help them explain what they found. Yeah, but you don't want to give them full access. They look at the abstract, yes, I'm interested in this. So then who do they contact to get full access? How do they get permission? So see how the systems are put in there. Okay. Most important thing is also to make sure that you actually have system management tools in place that do not require you to get hold of an IT professional to get in. Yeah, so the systems that you deploy, you need to be able to make sure you've got management tools that can be used by roles to administer the archive, as opposed to roles that have to administer a particular server. Okay, and then finally, you quite often will be challenged to prove that no one has tampered with the data. FDA, exactly a case in point. Prove that you've not submitted, that no one has tampered with it. So what your systems are in place, be able to know that you need to be able to prove it.